Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, this is a quick note for everybody who believes that they're bad at public speaking. I have some good and bad news for you. The good news is you're actually not. It is really rare to actually be bad at public speaking. And I know that you think that that's insane, but it's true. Being bad at public speaking comes from one place. It comes from a deep-seated arrogance and believing that your words and your speech is the most important thing and the audience doesn't matter, and whether they're there or not, they're there to hear you. That's how you get bad at public speaking. If you are uncomfortable, if you have butterflies, if you have jitters, if you feel awkward, that's very, very normal. And in fact, that's a common thing, but that is unpracticed. That is unfamiliar. That is perhaps new. There's a bunch of techniques that make public speaking smoother and easier that most people don't know and don't use. A lot of the time when I'm hearing people talk about public speaking, they're talking about performing words, reading a PowerPoint deck, please don't, or reading a memorized script. And that's the first part of many parts. Getting the right words is very important, but everything else about your communication matters. If you're communicating online, making eye contact with the camera, communicating with the audience in a very specific way, you have to think about who you're talking to. You want responses, you want feedback. That's a communication. There is a whole bunch of stuff that comes into whether it's online or in person. What is your face doing? What are your hands doing? How are you using your tools, your light, your camera? What is it that you are emphasizing or de-emphasizing? Are you using your voice in a dynamic way or is it kind of flat? That's a practice issue, and that's actually coming from the belief that public speaking is somehow instinctive to certain people and not instinctive to others. It is true that theatrical, outgoing people have an easier time learning public speaking, but that doesn't mean that introverts aren't good at it. In fact, a lot of introverts are fantastic at it because it is a learned skill. If you have an important sales presentation, if you have an important keynote presentation that you need to do, or all hands meeting, or stakeholder discussion, and you really want to nail it, then you have two choices. You can learn the things that are involved in public speaking on your own. Get some friends together, set aside some practice time. That part takes time. It is possible to find all the information that you need from multiple sources. You can do the internet research thing and you can get there. If your time is valuable, then you're going to need to hire a coach. And that person, whether it's me or someone else, can get you to the goals that you want to achieve much, much faster. Rather than taking 6 months to learn something and potentially doing it in front of your boss, your coworkers, your stakeholders, you could do it in private practice sessions, which is how it really needs to be done, because you have to have the right to do it incorrectly. You have to have the right to do it in broad ways and shallow ways and loud ways and quiet ways. Practice dynamic speech doesn't come from instinctively knowing dynamic speech. It comes from doing it loud and soft and high and low and all of that. It comes from the exercise of practice. So if you want to be in a different place with your public speaking, please, first of all, stop telling yourself that you're bad at public speaking, because what it is you might be new at it or unpracticed. You might be untrained, but that doesn't mean you're bad. The only way to actually be bad at public speaking is to be unbelievably arrogant to the point where your words are the only thing that matters and the audience doesn't matter. If you care about the impact of your words, then you're not bad at public speaking. And if you want to coach, send me a DM. I'd love to work with you. That's it. Bye, everybody.